Imagine you took a trip to Antarctica with your best friends. Not for a month, but for a year. Sounds great, right? But what if I told you that this trip could potentially shrink your brain? And secondly, why are most of us having this sense of emotional discomfort during this quarantine? Well, you're going to find these answers in our video. Hey guys, welcome to our channel. In this video, I'm going to unravel some new facts about our brain which you possibly have not heard about. In 2018, a group of 9 scientists spent 14 months at a research station in Antarctica. They had everything: internet, food and other recreational activities, you name it. But the scientists felt sad, exhausted and often had mood swings. But on the brighter side, they felt stress-free. At the end of the trip, MRI scans of the brain revealed that few parts of the brain have become smaller in size. But why? How can our brain shrink? The answer to these questions is sensory deprivation. Sensory deprivation is an environmental signal that triggers any of your 5 senses, like your work, everyday traffic, friends at school, or a cup of coffee from your favorite cafe. These scientists were taken away from all of these. As a result, they didn't have much of a change in their daily life. They were living in the same room and doing the same things almost every single day during their stay. Our brain is like plastic. It mends based on what's going on around us. How does this happen? The brain is made up of cells called neurons. Every time you learn something new, you develop new neuronal connections. When humans are exposed to the same environment without much change around us, a part of our brain called the hippocampus, which is the center for learning, memory, emotions, and also one of the few places in adults where new cells are generated. No change around you means no neurons are built. As a result, the hippocampus shrinks. This is what happened in these scientists as well. The experiment can also be linked to our present time in quarantine. Don't worry, we are in quarantine, not in isolation, so your brain is safe from shrinking. But most of us have felt moody, anxious, angry, and at some point of time during this quarantine period. This is because you are taken away, or we can say your senses are deprived of your daily routine. Thus, there is a sense of discomfort among us. On February 26, 2020, a study published by Lancet showed that previous quarantines during the MERS, SARS and Ebola outbreaks had left people with after effects like anger, alcohol abuse and post-traumatic stress symptoms. But on the brighter side, quarantine saved humanity. The same theory applies to long-term imprisonment. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a man who was accused of murder and was confined to a cell for 29 long years. After his term, when he returned to normal, he couldn't clearly recognize human faces. He lost the sense of judging long distances. He couldn't think clearly. These stories show us how isolation can affect us to a greater extent. So, what can we do to remain sane during this quarantine? The solution is to feed your senses and have a healthy mind. Like, you can learn something new every day. Secondly, do something every day that always makes you happy, no matter what it is. Next, spend time with your family. And the most important, connect with nature and try to be in the present mood. Remember that humans have overcome the worst outbreaks than this in the past. This too shall pass. Meanwhile, make the best of this time because it's only a once in a lifetime opportunity to do things you always wanted to. So be happy and hope you enjoy. If you do like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have any good ideas for your next video, please leave a comment below. Until next time, bye bye. Thank you.